Have you ever noticed how right before something major shifts in your life, everything feels off? Like you're between two worlds. The old one doesn't fit anymore, but the new one hasn't arrived yet. You're restless, maybe even exhausted, but not from doing too much, from being on the edge of something you can't quite see. What if I told you that discomfort isn't a warning sign? It's a signal that you're exactly where you need to be. You're about to discover why that restless feeling means you're closer to breakthrough than you think. Because what feels like falling apart is actually coming together. In the next few minutes, you'll understand why breakthrough always feels uncomfortable first, and what's actually happening during this in-between phase. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or figuring everything out first. It's about recognizing you're already in the process. Because breakthrough isn't something that happens to you. It's something you're becoming right now. Here's what most people don't realize. Breakthrough doesn't announce itself. It doesn't show up with clarity and certainty. It shows up disguised as discomfort, confusion, and the feeling that nothing makes sense anymore. And here's where it gets interesting. That feeling isn't a problem. It's a sign that your old operating system is being replaced. You're outgrowing patterns, beliefs, and ways of being that used to work but don't anymore. And that outgrowing process always feels unstable before it feels liberating. Think about what this looks like in real life. Things that used to satisfy you suddenly feel empty. Relationships that felt comfortable now feel strained. Goals that excited you last year now feel meaningless. You're not regressing. You're not lost. You're in transition. And transition is the most uncomfortable and most powerful place you can be. Most people panic when this happens. They think something's wrong. They try to force themselves back into the old pattern because at least that was familiar. But you can't go back. Once you've outgrown something, trying to squeeze back into it just creates more suffering. What's actually happening is you're being cleared out. Life is making space for what wants to emerge next. The emptiness you feel isn't absence. It's potential. It's openness. It's room for something new to take root. And here's what changes everything. When you stop resisting this in-between phase and start recognizing it as part of the process, you stop fighting yourself. You stop trying to force clarity before it's ready. You start trusting that not knowing is part of knowing. That confusion is part of clarity finding its way to you. If you're still here, something in you already knows this is true. You're recognizing your own experience in these words. Most people will dismiss this as too uncertain, too uncomfortable. But you're different. You're willing to sit in the not knowing. What I'm about to share next will show you exactly what to do while you're in this space. This is where transformation happens. Here's the thing about being on the verge of breakthrough. Your mind doesn't have a category for it yet. You're becoming someone your current identity doesn't recognize. And that creates tension. Let me break this down into 3 phases you're probably experiencing. First, there's the discomfort phase. This is where nothing feels right. You're irritable, restless, maybe even questioning everything you thought you knew about yourself. This isn't a crisis. This is your system, recognizing it's operating beyond its current capacity. You're expanding, and expansion always feels like pressure before it feels like freedom. Second, there's the clearing phase. This is where relationships, situations, and beliefs that no longer serve you start falling away. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because you're vibrating at a different frequency now. What used to match you doesn't anymore. This can feel like loss, but it's actually liberation making space. And third, there's the emergence phase. This is where you start seeing glimpses of who you're becoming. Not constantly, just flashes. Moments where you respond differently than you would have before. Situations where you set boundaries that feel foreign but necessary. Conversations where you say things you never would have said 6 months ago. Most people experience all three phases simultaneously. That's why it feels so disorienting. You're losing and gaining at the same time, ending and beginning in the same breath. This isn't confusion. This is transformation in real time. Right now, think about one thing in your life that doesn't fit anymore. Something that used to work, but now feels wrong. Got it? That discomfort isn't telling you to fix it or force it. It's telling you you've outgrown it. And outgrowing something is proof that you're expanding. Feel the difference between something being broken and something being outgrown. That's the signal of breakthrough. Most people think breakthrough means everything suddenly makes sense. But that's not how it works. Real breakthrough is messier. It's more like a slow motion shift, where you're becoming someone new while still inhabiting the old life. And that creates friction. Here's what's interesting. The people around you are going to notice the shift before you fully recognize it yourself. Some will celebrate it. Others will resist it because your evolution forces them to examine their own stagnation. Your growth becomes a mirror for their lack of growth. This is why breakthrough often feels lonely. You're changing, but your environment hasn't caught up yet. You're speaking a language you're still learning, while everyone else is speaking the old one. This gap is temporary, but it's necessary. And here's what's beautiful. This discomfort you're in right now is building something in you that comfort never could. Resilience, trust, the ability to move forward without needing everything figured out first. That's the real breakthrough. Not what you achieve, but who you become in the process. So how do you navigate this phase without panicking or forcing? It starts with accepting where you are instead of rushing where you think you should be. Throughout this transition, practice recognizing what's ending and what's beginning. They're happening at the same time, and both deserve acknowledgement. Here's what to do. First, stop trying to make everything make sense right now. Breakthrough rarely comes with an instruction manual. It comes with uncertainty and the willingness to move anyway. Let yourself not know. Let the answers come when they're ready, instead of forcing clarity prematurely. Second, notice what's naturally falling away without trying to hold on to it. If a relationship is straining, if a goal is losing its pull, If a pattern is breaking down, let it. Don't mourn what's ending while it's still ending. You can't properly grieve until it's complete. For now, just notice and allow. Third, pay attention to what's emerging. The new responses, the different choices, the unfamiliar but authentic actions you're taking. These are breadcrumbs showing you who you're becoming. Follow them even when they don't make logical sense yet. And fourth, trust the process without needing to understand it completely. Breakthrough isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to become the question mark until the answer reveals itself. Over the next few weeks, you'll start seeing patterns. You'll notice how the discomfort was preparing you, how the endings were necessary, how the confusion was clarity taking its time to form. This isn't about perfection or having everything figured out. It's about recognizing that you're not stuck in the in-between. You're becoming through the in-between. And every moment you stay present with this discomfort is building the person who's about to break through. If this resonates with you, you're exactly who this channel is for. People who are willing to sit in the discomfort of transformation instead of running from it. Subscribe for more on breakthrough, transformation, and becoming who you're meant to be. Hit that like button if this landed, and comment sharing one thing that doesn't fit your life anymore. Your breakthrough isn't coming. It's already here. You're living it right now.